the relationship between food and music, I've always had in my mind as being like, yeah. Because if you want your junk food, you can get pop music.
Ah, right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
I totally get...
And then you have some food you can't find. You have to search for the shop.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Yeah.
You know, and then you go to these places, it might be not big shop or a big chain a shop.
Exactly.
But you have to find that one shop, you have to drive, you have to walk, you have to get there.
Exactly.
Killa Kela podcast. KillaKelaOfficial.com.
This is the sound of the Killa Kela beatbox body part sample pack. Over 120 loops, samples, and one-shots for your music production. Exclusively on Splice. THTC, the UK's leading ethical streetwear label. Organically grown and ethically built garments from hemp, organic cotton, and other sustainable materials. 2019 is their 20th anniversary year. Join me with THTC as a Killa Kela podcast sponsor celebrating music, social activism, hemp, and street culture. THTC, eco-fashion redefined since 1999. Beatbox created.
Killa Kela.
And we're here to talk about world music and street culture.
Killa Kela podcast.
Big shout out to our sponsors, Graffiti Kings. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Killa Kela podcast coming to you live and direct, central London, or central as you need to be. Hailing from the Kensal Rise Watchtower right here. I've been watching this man for a minute. It's fucking sick, he's even inside doing the 45 General. Mr. Williamz inside the building.
Mad.
How are you?
Yeah, brother. Bless. Yeah, man, good.
And I can't believe how local it is.
Yeah, man, West London, man.
West London. You always been West London? Always been West London?
Yeah, man.
For a minute, huh?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good musical kind of DNA that goes around most of London, but like, it always feels like here that we got lucky. You know what I mean? The door's open to a lot of different artists.
A lot of vibes, yeah, and it's been like, remembering it's been from in the history, from like, you know, Gregory Isaac, Dennis Brown, and Bob Marley, and they all spend time around in, you know, West London, not West London.
For real?
Yeah.
Give me, so give me Bob Marley. Do you know where he used to reside around here?
Yeah, man, I used to stay in Wills then, and you know.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No way. This is news, man. This is
Remember,
news.
you know, remember when Bob Marley left Jamaica for like a year after the shooting incident where he was shot at.
Yes, yeah.
And he left for like a year. He was living in London, you know what I mean, working, recording. So a lot of the vibes, a lot of, you know,
That's
chemistry.
cool. I had no idea.
Yeah, man.
That's probably where my boy Spider started hanging out with him. My mate Spider J. Have you had a Spider J?
Spider J, no.
No. He did a lot of stuff with this group on two-tone group called the Night Trains, and he does stuff with Madness and stuff. But he worked alongside Peter Tosh and Nutty Professor and all them guys. And I guess
Yeah, so in then time a lot of energy was, you know, surging. You had the punk rocker vibe going on, and you know, the reggae, and everything was, you know, mixture.
Yeah, that was a really interesting. I mean, Don Letts, he only lives around the corner, right? And
Yeah.
I remember him citing that there was definitely a punk sentiment that ran closely with the reggae roots vibe. Like there was a real, not militancy, well maybe militancy. It was just a establishment thing, wasn't it? A community thing.
Yeah, community, unity, and freedom. You know, freedom in the message. You know, so people can relate with that. You know what I mean? And the punk rockers was like a rebellion against society, and you know, yearning for freedom.
Yeah.
So they identify with, you know, the Rasta culture and the Rasta music, and you know, the whole vibe. It was a vibe at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, don't you wish you was like there when that thing was popping off? Or what's your take on it? Do you think it's all a little bit romantic to think, you know, that it was always kind of like harmonious, and you know, because when you think of like things back in the day, it's always warm and cozy, isn't it?
Yeah. If you're thinking, cause you're reminiscing on certain vibe, or you're looking from a different view, you know what I mean? And it's just the cycle of life, things and times, you know, move, you know, different vibes, and you know what I mean. But the struggle always continue, and that's the main thing.
That's the realest talk, because it never changes really.
It not really change. Things just rearrange.
Yeah.
You understand? It
Yeah,
just
of
look
course.
different and seem different, but the same thing happening.
Yeah, it's still the same bullshit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a different day, you know.
Yeah, or a different angle.
Yeah. But that being said, there is a lot of muting of music and culture. Like, they don't want you to be so politically charged on a lot of creative issues, do they?
Yeah, but they can't really stop it, you know. They can't really stop the youths from thinking, and expressing themselves. So even they try and mute it or they try and tone it down and stuff, yeah. But you're always gonna have some strong rebel that really just stick to what they're doing, you know?
Yeah. I've always loved a good rebel, me. Do you know what I mean? Like, somebody with some fucking balls that can really, like, put their position, make a stance on something. Even if it's not in a direct message, you know, like the point, like Shy FX, for instance. There always feels like there's purpose and a strength in his decision making as a creative.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, you know, like thinking and creating, and, you know, you're not gonna do something that it doesn't make sense just doing something just for doing it, you know? You have to really know, so you're standing for something, and this is what you believe, and this is what you live, and this is what you're doing, you know? Yeah.
Just to back it up a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who's just joining us right now, whether audio or visual, Mr. Williamz is premier, like, reggae MC, vocalist, and, you know, your catalogue, you know what I mean? It's sick. It's like Benny Page, Shy FX. I mean, these are like, I mean, it's drum and bass driven, right? I mean, your voice really leans to that nicely as well. But like, I've heard so much stuff in the past where, you know, and I think that's a testament to your style as well, that you can jump from and flip between genres. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, the catalogue of, you know, the collaborations you've worked alongside is sick. Huh?
Yeah, because you see with that now, you see with the vibe and the style and everything and the flow, you know, the jungle is coming from the reggae, you know, the bass line and everything. So nothing don't really change for me so much. You know what I mean? I do my lyrics and then, you know, let the producer do his thing and it work out, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not like, say, well then, I don't change the style, I just do the same thing, really, you know what I mean? Whether hip-hop or raga or dancehall, you know? Jungle, you know, anything, electronic, whatever genre or whatever. You know, we're not gonna, like, change the flow too much or anything, because the original flow, it you know, it's suiting everything, you know what I mean?
There's a charm to your lyric writing as well, which I really fucking dig. Particularly, right, there's that Worldwide Traveller. Is it Worldwide Traveller?
Yeah.
The tune, bro. Like, you gotta check this out, man. Like, I could totally relate to it, and it's just so funny. Like, you
And
know
that's
what I mean?
the thing.
It's so relevant. Yet the charm of it is like, it's serious, but not serious. You know what I mean? But there is a real tongue in cheek to it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fucking
the
great.
thing. You know what I mean? And that song is like, yeah, after, you know, you're traveling a lot and, you know, you're doing a lot of traveling and, you know, the idea just come to me as a vibes, you know?
100% vibes.
And it wasn't like, oh, we're going to do a song. It's just like a lyrics. Because some of the time, like I get idea or I get a lyrics, like a concept or an idea.
Yeah.
But some of the time we have lyrics that we just chat maybe on the sound system, live. And develop it over time and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, we don't rush it. So at the time, we have the idea, you know. And then, you know, cause we're talking, we know, say, like, we prefer fly on the other airline. You know what I mean?
It's great.
So, you know, we just put it, and everybody who is traveling, a lot of MC artists, sound man, and they all relate, because they're doing the booking, they're saying, yo, we don't want to Ryanair.
Yeah, please. And
we don't want Stansted, and we, you know, they're putting in this thing.
So true.
So everyone knows.
Yeah.
The
But
reality.
I think everyone really knows. Here's the thing, like, the average Joe, like, the people that, have got a 9 to 5 and they have to have a holiday. They're just trying to find cut cost prices and just go. But the promoters are a whole totally different thing. They're trying to.
No, but even the people them that's going to the festival now, they talk to me. They say, "Yo, that song right here, like, I book a flight, and next time I'm not gonna book with them because."
Yeah. Mr. Williamz tells you. He's the real tourist operator right here.
No, well, me just talk about my personal feeling, and everybody identifies.
Of course, 100%.
Yeah.
So you're saying that, like, actually, that's a really good point. So when it comes to the sound systems and you going live and doing your thing, are you saying that a lot of your concepts and vocals, those songs, they're formulated live and then translated later?
Some of them.
That's sick.
Some, you're writing a song. We're writing a song to record, and we're writing a song for this, and but sometimes you can't help ideas pop in your head or vibes pop in your head, and it's not necessarily like it's a whole song or but you get a concept and you get an idea.
Yeah.
And some of the time working it on the sound system now, you get more vibes, you get more things into
Play on
more
words
ideas, in the spontaneous moment. Yeah. So a lot of the time that help developing the idea some of the time, you know what I mean?
It's like an incubation place where you...
Yeah. It's like this, an incubation thing what happening with the idea. Because you have the idea and then it incubating, within the dance all around the sound system. It'll get more and more. You add more lines. Yeah. You get more concept. Even something spontaneous might happen. You get a vibes. So some of the time it's just different ways. It's like cooking. Sometimes you're gonna you cook different. You don't cook the same way all the time. You know what I mean?
Just gotta make sure you got a kitchen.
Sometimes you have a recipe book. Yeah. Or sometimes you might have a recipe in your family, or where you learn. Or sometimes you might be freestyling and adding some things and doing your own things.
You big on cooking?
Not huge big, but me like cook when me in the kitchen, and me like spend time and can cook up. I
can't cook shit. I cook myself first.
No man, you have to can cook a few things for yourself. How you gonna survive?
Yeah, well that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's very few people that can do past 3 different meals. They always, when it comes to a new girlfriend or something, the first thing they draw on is the first 3 that they got.
Yeah, the first, yeah.
And they run out pretty quick. But there's a lot of producers, especially producers, that are like, they lend their hand to cooking and anything. I guess there's a level of like, what's it called? Zen, that the relaxation of it all, it's cooking or production, creativity.
It's creation. Yeah. That's what it is, man. Because, that's what it is. Cooking is art, it's creation.
Yeah.
Recipe. Same thing, everything, the music, same thing, it's a art form, it's a creation. Yeah. So, definitely relate, what I mean? And, it's similar. I look at it as,
100%.
I look at it as the same thing, called music.
100%.
Is a spiritual food.
Yeah.
That's how we grew up with that concept of music.
More
as entertainment, and it's also a spiritual food. So it's a stimulation for your mind and also your soul.
Yeah.
So you want to have good food. You want to have good stimulation, good food for your soul, for your spirit.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just learning this. The relationship between food and music I've always had in my mind as being like, yeah. Because if you want your junk food, you can get pop music.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I totally
and then you have some food you can't find. You have to search for the shop.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Yeah.
And then you go to these places, it might be not big shop or a big chain or a shop.
Exactly.
But you have to find that one shop, you have to drive, you have to walk, you have to get there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's
it's
how
such a great analogy, I love that.
That's how the real part of the music is,
Yeah.
It's on the ground. You know what I mean? It's not in the sky up there. Yeah. It's right there on the ground. So, people search and find what they want.
And I tell you what, more so than ever, it's a lot more easier for people that are underground doing, or hard to find music. There's still ways of making a commodity. Not always as much as you'd like to in a city, but at least you can immediately, you can do something about it yourself. You know what I mean? You can start creating and start turning shit around, Where back in the day, it was either a major label or nothing.
Yeah, no, definitely times change. You know, you have everything in the palm of your hand. You know, you can,
Literally.
get your thing out on social media. Get people sharing and watching and get into your stuff without, from the palm of your hand. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Did you ever, like, I certainly was completely oblivious to it when it started happening to me, but I'm sure you were a lot more savvy to this. Was there a moment when you saw, like, LimeWire and people ripping your shit back in the day? Did you ever think to yourself, hold on a minute, something ain't right here? Did it ever cross your mind? Or
LimeWire?
You remember back in the day, that whole period?
Yeah, not really, because you know what? Like back in the day now, it's like, well, the LimeWire, it worked two ways. You know what I mean? It's different type of people out there,
It's true.
And this is the thing. You want to get to all of the people, or as much people you can get to, So the people who are going to tear it off for the LimeWire and share it and all of that stuff, they're definitely not going to buy a vinyl.
No, that's true.
You understand? And you have some man out there that they just want the vinyl, they want to just buy the vinyl copy and put in a collection. Even if they tear the LimeWire.
Even now.
Even if they take the stream off.
Yeah.
They still want to have the vinyl. So, you know what I mean? And I'm one of those type of person where me want the vinyl. So, I understand that kind of thinking. So, everybody, can share it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've always been a big, like, good brand ambassador to people. I've always liked a good T-shirt or a trinket or something. You know what I mean? Something that just is a little detail to hold. I like the Spotify. The convenience of just like plugging in and pressing play nowadays, like an abundance of tunes. You know what I mean? Just crazy.
Exactly. So that's where it's always revolution. It's always moving.
Yeah.
Because before it was like YouTube, all of the stuff streaming is on YouTube, and now, YouTube is more of a watching platform where people watching stuff. So, the Spotify is just really, is really good, for people, because like back in the day, you just listening to the radio. But now you have your own personalized radio. You can choose where you want it, the vibe where you want, and just make it play. And I remember like 9-10 years ago when I just was hearing about Spotify and I didn't really understand. I was in Sweden and the guys was telling me that it's happening here,
That's because it's from there,
it's
right?
a Swedish,
that's right.
So they was explaining to me and telling me this is the thing. This is the way. Like all of Sweden was on it. All of the people
all
in Sweden.
Damn.
They was all on it because it's like, you registered $10 and you just stream music.
They hit regionally on that then, damn.
Yeah, so the whole of Sweden, all the kids, they were into that from like 10 years ago. And now I see how it spread out worldwide and get bigger and bigger.
Oh, that's so interesting you say that. I can't remember who I was speaking to the other day, but they swore they were like, particularly with the podcast thing, or anything, even as an artist doing something live, you hit your immediate local core audience first. Find your audience, like the guy down the road or the people the regulars at the pub or the club, and you go outwards.
And you branch out. Yeah, man.
Same
Definitely.
shit.
That's how it's your community, you know what I mean? It's gonna start at home and your friends and then it go out into your community and spread, and the more people believe and feel your thing and what I mean, it just spread more.
They call them early adopters. That's the technical name for them.
Oh.
Yeah, they call them early adopters. They're the people that almost like tastemakers. They're the people that are the gold dust of your whole project because they're the foundations, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But let's go back. So let's go back to the beginning. Where did you originate from? Were you always British? Were you always in England?
Yeah, well, I was born in London,
Yeah.
And I grew up in Jamaica.
Uh-huh.
from like the age of like 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
And, we grew in the rural parish, St. Mary, in the countryside, very peaceful and very tranquil,
Mm-hmm.
So, we had a lot of opportunity as a young kid to really be out to go to the dance or to go to the parties, and I was living close to the dance hall, is down the road from my house.
Right.
So you're living in the rural countryside, and it's a different life. The sound system, really, that's our entertainment, and that's our joy. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's like a spaceship for we. We are look on it like a big sound system and wire. They put up the wires, everything, and you know what I mean. That's like
a moth to a flame.
Yeah, so that's how it end up. Like a moth to a flame. You don't even thinking. You just know, like, oh, they're setting up the sound today. Like, let's go down there and watch and check out the vibes.
Isn't that weird how that happens? It just becomes like a place of a shrine, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
And you want to you just want to see how they're doing.
You just want to be there and see them a wire, and even if you just want to even help them, they'll say, carry this wire for me, bring this wire. You just want to be there and say, all right, and do this, and you say, give the microphone, because we do two things in the session and things. So we go from early now and give the microphone, say test the microphone, and you test the microphone, and you hear is a big wall of speaker box. You test the microphone, and your voice will go right through the whole village.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go across the whole thing, you know what I mean? So you just feel like, so well then,
yeah.
I
could do this. I got this.
This what I need for you to do, like, me have to be a part of this somehow, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's nothing beats it. Like, I remember when you were a kid, you used to have the little tape recorder, and you used to speak your voice into it, and you think just, oh God, I sound like a dick on it. If I hear my voice, that sounds stupid. But then when you get on the system, all of a sudden it's like you're God.
Yeah,
like, oh,
you know what I mean? Echo, reverb, and things happening, and it's vibes, so that's where it really starts, you know what I mean? And listening to like the cassettes and things as a youth, or those times they would play the sessions on the radio, because you have like 2 radio stations in Jamaica at that time. Okay. It was JBC and RJR.
JBC I'd heard of, yeah.
So would have listened those like they would have some session, Bagger Brown, and they would go around and do live session in the communities, even in different part of the island.
Oh, what, record live or
live in the dance?
Nice.
So we as kids now, we can listen it on the radio, and you're hearing the dance live, So we stay up and listen, and that's like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you're hearing everything in your mind. It's like a movie and a cartoon and everything at the same time,
That's mad. Wow, like, I mean, that cost a packet if you did that nowadays, you know what I mean? In fact, apart from the odd, like, live weekender, you don't get enough of that. You don't, do you? Like,
yeah, well,
location stuff.
No, in those times, and you get to hear the artists, them and lyrics, and, it just inspire you, and a lot of the time they would be going to communities and doing competition, like talent shows. So you'd hear young kids as well, on the microphone a lot of the time, like yourself, and you just know, say, yo, hear the youth there, and, hear him sound, and, yo, like my vina this thing somehow, and, you know what I mean? It's just a thing like, naturally it just develop, and it just happen without you even planning so much, because some of the time I wouldn't be so, like, a lot of the time it's my friends, saying, yo, go and take the microphone, man. Those guys not tough like you. And I would be kind of shy, and some of the time I don't want to necessarily go, and they lift me up and bring me up there, or force me, say, yo, you have to go, and put the pressure on you, and say, yo, really, like, them really enjoy when if you see me do my thing, you know what I mean? So make you think, and say, yo, I have to start write some lyrics, because maybe you can't chat the same 3 lyrics all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, now I got to think this one
I have to work out some stuff now. This thing is getting like, it get serious now, because, your friends are watching, your peers, you know what I mean? You know what? I can't embarrass, We was doing stuff like at school, they would have parties and teen jam and, jams on a Friday in the high school, So, you can't embarrass yourself like all of your friends there, the whole school is there. Your teachers are even watching you, you know what I mean? Some of your teachers is there because
This
some of
is
the
proper local
teachers
stuff.
are young youths as well,
Yeah.
Some of the teachers, them are into the vibe, so they're listening, they're there. You can't flop, you know what I mean? Girls are watching next morning now, Monday when you come to school now, that's going to be the talk. You say, well then, flop or you run out of lyrics or you never do good. No, you have to have something ready, you know what I mean, all the time. So that's what really make me say, yo, we really have to, develop more things.
That's sick. And from the time, from that time, I would imagine if you was doing it locally, there wasn't so many venues that was as frequent as the radio shows showing up. And arguably, there's probably a lot more people checking out the radio show than going to the clubs, right?
Yeah, but like, for us, it wasn't really, like the radio show, I think maybe like once a month or so they would do that.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
But like in our community now, we have a local sound system, named President,
That was the sound system?
Yeah, President. So, President would be playing like regular, you know what I mean, especially holiday time and any festival, any festivity, like, anything time where, it's holiday time, Easter time, Christmas time, summertime, you know what I mean, they always keeping party and talent show and dance hall. So it was more regular for to go to the dance hall, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it became like a talent show for the area and whatnot, right?
Yeah, they would have different events.
Yeah, okay.
Street party, just loads of different events. Yeah.
Nothing beats like, when you're like, you've done the first show, you've done the second show, you're on the third one, you're on a roll and you're like sitting at home just like writing or coming up with new ideas. And this is the stuff. I would argue that the first 5 years of all of that development, that stays with you for the rest of your career. Those
Yeah,
things.
man. Cause you see when you as a kid, you're learning on a subconscious level. You're not thinking like an adult.
Okay.
You're not analyzing or thinking or you're just there and you're just soaking up the vibes. So you're just in the dance, you know what I mean? And you're just checking out the vibes.
Yeah.
And naturally things just, soak into you more than you're trying to say, yo, I'm going to learn this or I need to learn this or study it on a theory type of way like an adult's going to think about the process and about this.
More risks.
Kid is just there.
Yeah.
Just walking around looking. Some of the time after my songs play, like, Ninja Man, Shabba and those songs play early. Those songs would play up until about like 10, 11, 12 o'clock. Those songs stop playing. It's big man music now, Dennis Brown and, Sanchez, Frankie Paul and all of the singing song now.
That's sick.
So that time of the dance now, my part gone. The excitement and the dance all part.
Now it kicks off.
So now, at the big man them time now,
Yeah.
the big man them arrive. The adults, like my dad would arrive and, that's theme times. So in that time of the dance, some of the time, you as a kid come like 8, 9, you get bored, you know what I mean? Because your excitement part done, It's like big songs and, love songs and all type of song. And, you just want to hear some of the hype things. So you have to know that at that time now, you're walking around, you're observing, you're doing different things now, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy. What a transition that must have been. Okay, so you went from there. When did you start putting, pen to paper and getting in the studio? Give me a date on that.
So when I was like 15, 16, returned to London and, we
by choice or family? Was it or your decision?
No, it wasn't by choice, It was just the situation, family and my mom living here and I come to live with my mom.
Oh, that's sick. Okay, cool.
So immediately, me and my brother, the first thing we start doing really is setting up sound system because we could buy liquor things now, like you could buy liquor record player, mixer, and certain liquor things. Save up your money and pester your mother and say you want this.
Save all those Christmases and birthdays up,
Yeah,
Shit like
so
that.
save up your money, your lunch money, whatever.
Yeah.
And we start building up a sound system,
That's sick. Yeah.
just in our room, and jamming after school with friends, and because I was just coming from Jamaica now, I was like, everything was like new, like, so I didn't really have no friends, or I wasn't going out a lot, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm in a city where I don't really know much place. I would go to the youth club where they have a studio there, and you know, I would just go in the studio and, you know, get into that.
Yeah.
Or I would be at my house, you know, playing records and, you know, vibing and chilling. You
So
know what
music
I mean?
kind of became your closest kind of
Yeah, man, music.
relative.
Music and my therapy,
Yeah,
like right through from a kid. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Because the life what we live in, we thinking, you know, you're always listening to the radio, you're always listening to the sound system. So it's music really connect my thoughts and my feelings and my emotions. So I'm my therapist, you know what I mean? Reggae music.
Does it save your life? Music?
Well, you could have said it give me life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
It's a crazy companion, you know. Because when you get a bug, it's like a bug. It never leaves you, does it? It's always there. The music is always, it has to be there. It's almost always there, and if you're not listening to it, you're thinking about it, right?
Yeah, well, they say, like, remember they tell you, music is life.
Yeah, it's fucking true.
And, you know what I mean? You see that literally because everybody have a heartbeat like this, you know.
Bro.
That's the drums, you know, doom, doom. And if you check that beat, yeah, that's like the tempo of the reggae music. You understand?
Yeah, I do.
It's like that, doom, doom. The Naya Bingy drums, you know, doom, 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 boom, boom. And that's it, you know. So without that, you don't have no life, you don't have no existence.
Yeah.
So people want to fight against music or say, oh, I don't like this and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Before you're born, you're listening to your mother's drum beat, you know what I mean?
Come on, ma, please.
Syringes, water fight hinges. Real food fi just fi hit plenty. Oh look, oh no, watch them burn them brain out. 30 to follow.
Killa Kela Fortified featuring Patoine. Available on all good music platforms now.
AG Dentistry. In my line of work, not only does what I do with the mouth get reviewed, it's also my instrument. And it's beyond important to me that my teeth get the professional service they deserve. The AG family provide expert dentistry, whether it's NHS or cosmetic. They're the finest in London. Head over to agdentistry.co.uk for more information on treatments and prices. AG Dentistry.